Hi everyone. This is example 11 from chapter 14 from your student packet. It says, hoping to lure more shoppers downtown, a city builds a new public parking garage. The city plans to pay for the structure through parking fees. During a 2-month period, 44 weekdays, the daily fees collected averaged $126 with a standard deviation of $15. What assumptions must you make before finding a confidence interval? So with a confidence interval for means, we need to make sure that we've met the independence condition and the nearly normal condition. So with the independence condition, we're usually satisfied with that if we have a random sample. We have no idea if this sample is random. It doesn't tell us this. So we have to assume that the sample is independent, meaning that the data, the daily data is independent of each other. And since we don't really know if this is random, we would have to assume that this sample is representative of the population. So we'd have to assume the population of days. So we'd have to assume that within this sample they've had a holiday, they've had maybe some big event, something like that. And then we have to assume that that this has been met the nearly normal condition. So with a sample size of 44, this usually means that this is large enough to meet the nearly normal condition. So now we want to find a 90% confidence interval. So we're going to go to Stat, Tests, and then we're going to choose T interval, which is number 8. And in this case, we don't have the actual data for the sample, we have the statistics of the sample. So you're going to choose Stats. And then we know that the sample mean is 126. The sample standard deviation, which they denote with S sub x, is going to be 15. The sample size is 44, and the C level is 0.9. And when you put this in your calculator, you're going to get an interval of 122.2 to 129.8. So this means that we are 90% confident that the daily revenue from this parking garage is between $122.20 and $129.80. And it says a consultant who advised the city on this project predicted that parking revenues would average $130 per day. Based on your confidence interval, do you think the consultant was correct? Well, this $130 a day is not in our interval. In fact, it's completely above the interval. So I would say no. The entire interval, let's spell in, oh my God.